terminal here. So we are going to deploy a pod in this one. It's the most simplest unit, and all configurations in Kubernetes are in form of YAML formats. So I already have a pre-created YAML file. Let us go through what it says. API version basically tells which version of API version in Kubernetes was that particular service, in this case pod, was created. So it knows how to create this resource and which API to contact to. There are going to be many APIs as we go along the line, but pod was created in version 1, so that's what we are going to use, and it is to be mentioned in every resource to create. The API version is mandatory. Kind is what kind of resource we are creating, and of course in this case it's pod. This is the simplest YAML file you will see. We can make it a little bit more simpler. Metadata is the information about the pod. This is our fixed stuff. So name, you have to mention a name. So let us call it web engines, right? That's the name of the pod, and labels can be anything. So this could be use case demo. So this is what I'm doing, but you can really add any XYZ label. It has its uses. Label has its uses. We will look into that when we touch the deployment. And specification of the pod. Next is you want to give specification of the pod. Specify the containers. We're going to specify the containers, which containers it has, and each dash is going to represent one. And first container, the only one container we are deploying inside this pod, the name is web. Let's call it engines, and the image is engines too. If we need a tag, we could use, of course, tag, but we are going with clean file. So if you want to make it even further simpler, labels is definitely optional. You can delete that, but I'm keeping that right now. So this is the simplest file you can create in Kubernetes, of the simplest unit in Kubernetes, pod. That's it. We are going to save the file. kubectl, I'm running on Minikube, so wherever you're running, connect kubectl to it. If you don't know, there might be another video for that. I will link it. So create from file, that's the command, and my pod file name is pod simple.yml. That's it, and your pod would be created. How do you know that? Let's check it with get control pods, and our pod is running. You can describe it. Describe my pod web engines, and you will get all your relevant information of the pod. Namespace, we didn't touch that yet, so by default it's default. And you have your local IP, container ID. This is kind of stuff you don't really have to touch right now. And yeah, so our pod is created. Let's clean up for this video. For cleaning up, delete from file and the file name. This is the best way to delete the resources. If this file had multiple resources, it would do that too. And pod web engines is being deleted. There we go. kubectl get pods, nothing. That's about how you deploy pods. Thanks for watching.